And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Redick's got 27 points.
Wow, and how huge has he been today? Really just giving his team a nice lift.
Yeah, and he's kept them close enough to be within striking range. I mean, the deficit would be much larger if not for the efficiency of his play.
McHale kicks to Irving. 6 to shoot. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
No slowing him down. Just incredible numbers for Irving. He's got 21 points and a huge helping of assists as well.
No doubt about it. He's the conductor, the band leader, Clark. And this offense has really performed at a high level.
DeAndre Jordan's checked in for the Clippers.
Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Rockets leading by 11. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. And Julius Irving, the basket on the assist by Malone. Malone's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
Outside Griffin. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush. Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Here's McGrady. The shot misses, and it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Crawford passes to Pierce. Off target from outside.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Clippers trail by 13. Rockets with the rebound. McHale's got 9 rebounds now tonight.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Here's Hoiberg, defended by Paul. Back to McHale. Outside Irving. The Rockets with another miss.
Well, I think that was clearly a force. He was a little anxious. Too much in a hurry right there.
Paul with the ball. Picked up by Malone. They get it back. Pierce. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. And it's going to be on Tracy McGrady.
Pierce playing very, very well. 18 points, and he's come away with 2 steals as well. He's blown up some plays out there.
And it also shows you the importance of intelligence as a defender because he has been a nightmare on the ball.
Well, Paul Pierce hinted that he could hang him up soon. He had that amazing run. Has nothing left to prove in the NBA. And I would say, of all the players in last year's playoffs, had some of the most dramatic individual shots we have seen from one guy in a long time.
He did, and you forget he's done that really over the course of his entire career.
Sure.
Just kind of funny to see him doing it in a Wizards jersey. But you talked about it. He's going to go down as one of the all-time greats, no doubt about it. So many big moments over the course of his career. And also, for all the kids out there, the best maybe footwork we have in our game, if you want to improve as a player, watch Paul Pierce's footwork.
Malone dishes to Irving. Can't connect from short range.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close. Well, the competitive nature was on display early in the career of Pierce. I mean, he has willed his teams to win his entire career and is baffled by anybody who doesn't want to win as bad as he does.
And the slam dunk by Irving.
How about that? Breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk.
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yes, indeed.
Paul kicks to Griffin. Good, and Paul gets the assist. That's 12 points for Blake Griffin.
And that competitive nature that you talked about with Pierce, that's really what sets him apart. He had so many great clutch moments in the postseason. Easily one of the most clutch players in recent memory.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Clippers trail by 9. Paul passes to Griffin. He dishes it to Pierce. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And he found the soft spot in the D on that possession.
And here is McGrady. Screen by Malone. McGrady dishes to McHale. To the paint. Here's Irving. And fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and he'll shoot 2. Jamal Crawford picks one up.
You know what? Nice job there on the attack at the rim, drawing the contact.
And from a defensive standpoint, a good foul to save the dunk there.
He hits the second from the line. LA has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Griffin sets the screen for Paul. No good off the pick.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track. And that's how the coach will draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
The Clippers have gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the 4th quarter. There's Crawford with the 3. And it's Malone with the rebound. Malone's got 7 rebounds in the game.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
Paul goes in.
You know, Paul is playing really well. He has 15 points and 15 assists. He's getting it done, making plays by setting up his teammates and grabbing some nice boards, too.
And also, how about the intangibles? All the little things that he's done. That's also really important.
And Paul drills both of them.
He's always been extremely reliable at the line, and today's been no different.
And you can tell they're just a little out of sync. I think he just wants to get everybody back on the same page.
Yeah, I like this timeout, Greg. I think it's a good one because it looks like they need a minute to talk things through here.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Kevin McHale address his team. He was absolutely adamant, saying, don't let them off the hook. Let's keep our foot on the pedal and keep doing the things that have gotten us here this far. We're almost home.
Thanks, Doris. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. That free throw, no good.
In the big picture, Kevin, he's getting to the line consistently, and that's giving them a boost, even though he hasn't made all of his foul shots.
Good on the second free throw.
Well, you know, Hall of Famer and 3-time champion Kevin McHale, the Rockets coach, did nothing but find success and win as a player. And, you know, that's been the same song for him as a coach.
That's good. 13 points for Jamal Crawford.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
McGrady outside. Irving kicks to McGrady. And Paul over to help. McGrady passes to Hoiberg. Clock is at 3. Houston moving it around. Another miss by Houston. And for Coach Kevin McHale, last year was his best. A lot of people thought he could have been easily the coach of the year, leading the Rockets to their 3rd best regular season in franchise history.
And Kevin, with McHale, he's got this team improving every year. His team's win totals have risen as well statistically as I think becoming a better team. Wins aren't always necessarily what determines how good you are.
Irving dishes to McGrady. On the wing, Irving. Pierce covering. And Irving with the basket on the assist by McGrady. Irving's got 32 points in the game.
And such a steady hand. I mean, he's one of those guys that's really allowed them to take the lead.
Well, he's just so reliable and dependable and consistent, especially here today. I mean, his shooting percentage is off the charts.
Here's Hoiberg. The feed to McGrady. Malone in the high post. Puts it up from 12. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle and at their offensive end.
And that one's good. 23 points for Paul Pierce.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
McGrady with the ball. Passes it to Irving. Irving double team. Got a piece of it. From about 16, and that one's good. McGrady. McGrady's got 46 points.
It's just hard to believe that someone can perform at such a high level. They've got to thank him for this lead.
And the Clippers call time here. Nice game. Great performance by Tracy McGrady.
He's in one heck of a groove with the scoring. They're going to talk it over and try to figure out how to slow him down.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Doc Rivers address his team. The focus of the discussion was getting their offense to run through Pierce. Coach has a lot of faith in him offensively and let his players know it, insisting that he be at the forefront of what they do at that end of the court from here on out. A few late-on-the-fly adjustments as the situation gets more desperate for them. It's going to be a tough hill to climb, guys.
Thank you, Doris.
Boy, for Jamal Crawford, guys, it's been a really good career. Not many guys can maintain his level of quickness after 15 years in the league. I mean, but last season, he finally started to show a little wear and tear.
And back to Crawford last season, he was down in field goal and three-point percentage. Plus, he battled with a calf injury that ultimately kept him out of 17, 18 games late in the year.
Yeah, Kevin, but his deep range spread the floor when he was out there. He still has that presence about him that you have to honor him. And he also hits some very timely shots. A dangerous assassin who always needs to be accounted for.
At the line for your
Gets the first, and that brings them to within 10.
taking 2 shots.
He's perfect from the line this time. The Rockets shooting extremely well. 62% on the night to this point. There's a screen. On the wing, Tracy McGrady. And he gets it to go. McGrady's got 50 points.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Crawford, no luck.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
Rebounded by Tracy McGrady. Rockets leading by 11.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Rockets.
Agreed, Steve. And guys, the fast break was run, I thought, beautifully all night by these guys. Clark, I think that was a big part of their success.
I love the way they scored fast break points tonight here. It was a key factor in coming out on top.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And, Greg, we know familiarity breeds contempt. I would expect things to become more heated as these teams face each other going forward.
Malone outside. Outside Irving. Malone, a screen on Pierce. Malone drives in. Good, and the assist goes to Irving.
Well, guys, they came in here and really took charge from the opening tip. This is such a tough thing to do for a visiting team. This contest was played on their terms.
And, you know, that's not the way it usually works in the NBA. It's going to be a great win, and you know it's going to be a happy plane ride out of here for sure.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick-fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim.
And taken away by Paul. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. And it's Jordan with the jam.
And really, if this had come just a little earlier, they may have been able to get back into the game.
Yeah, I agree with you. They needed this a lot sooner than they got it.
Here's Hoiberg. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that'll do it.